Alright, so as a guy who does cheer for the Habs, I'll get that out of the way right here. This is not the easiest video to make. Firstly, I wasn't planning to make a video like this because normally if it's a post-game video for a game that we're streaming, I just take the highlights and combine it there, but my Streamlabs was absolutely terrible today, and it ended up crapping out all over us. It was lagging, and it was this and that. For the last 5-7 minutes of the stream, even though it was fine, for the first 3.5 hours, 4 hours-ish, something like that, so I'm still really salty about that. But because I didn't plan to make a video like this, I didn't formulate any notes whatsoever. I'm just gonna go off the top of my head, off the dome. It's 30.5 degrees in my bedroom. I still have to record tomorrow's videos as well, so I'm gonna absolutely collapse under the heat. But when we're talking about the Canadiens in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals, they got absolutely spanked, and there's no way to get around it. This team got destroyed 5-1. They didn't really look all too great. Tampa was showing off why they are the reigning Stanley Cup champions, and I don't want to see anybody in the comments, oh, this is what a $15, $18 million team over the cap looks like, yada yada yada. We already spoke about that. It's more like $9 million, which is Nikita Kucherov's salary in general, but either way, this game was just Tampa Bay carrying on with all the momentum they had in Game 7 against the Islanders. You had yourselves what was 5 goals scored here in a variety of ways. Erik Cernak kicks off the scoring with a very nice play in front. Perfect tip-in across the body over the glove of Carey Price. Yanni Gourde gets a little bit of a tip goal in the second period. It's off of a Coleman shot off a rebound. Nikita Kucherov gets his first goal, a very fluky one, by bouncing it in front off of Ben Chiarot. Kucherov also scored off the face-off, picking it up from point, and then Steven Stamkos had a one-timer that ended the Montreal Canadiens' penalty-killing streak. They were all over the place here, and the Canadiens, they just didn't capitalize on a lot of the chances they had. Now, the shots on goal, 27-19 here for Tampa. Carey Price making 22 saves on 27 shots, so not the best, but at the same time, Carey Price still was honestly pretty okay in this game. There were a lot of really big, huge stops that he made that could have forced this game to be a little bit more out of hand, a little bit sooner, so he certainly wasn't the problem, I think, quote-unquote, here. This is just a Montreal team that was turning the puck over and over again, that couldn't break into the zone, and that couldn't capitalize on their chances. We had a Shea Weber, Brendan Gallagher kind of 2-on-1-ish. We had a Gallagher breakaway as well that didn't go through, and, those are the kinds of things where it's like, man, you're playing Andrei Vasilevskiy. You need to bury those chances. You cannot afford to miss out. Josh Anderson, really good chances in tight, open net opportunities where he ends up whiffing. And then, of course, you have the power plays where the Lightning don't give you any space. You have all the rushes that they tried to do as well. Montreal just could not get past the wall that was Vasilevskiy. And on the other hand, you have Tampa coming out here absolutely controlling the zone, showing off why they're the best team in the league, the passing plays, the tic-tac-toes. I joked about this in the stream, but it's almost like Tampa Bay plays way too much NHL 21. They could just force cross creases for days. Even the Kucherov goal, the second one, he just takes the puck off the draw after Braden Point frees it up, walks over into the middle and shoots it glove side. That's a prime-time NHL 21 kind of play right there. And so for the Habs, they need to go out there, start tightening things up a little bit more defensively, need to end up giving the Lightning less space. And I get that it's easy to say, wow, they got completely spanked, it's so easy to tell what's going to happen now, Tampa's going to win in 4 or 5 or something, right? Well, you just got to remember, man, in Game 5, the Tampa Bay Lightning smoked the Islanders 8-0 to go up 3-2. What happened afterwards? Well, the Islanders tied it up, and they forced a Game 7. Just because you have a game like this that is 5-1 does not mean that anything is set in stone. Montreal used Game 1 against Vegas as a feeling-out process to really understand what it is they're going up against, and in return, they responded, they won 2 straight, took the 2-1 lead, eventually lost Game 4, and then they won Game 5 and 6. So while I do believe the Canadiens are a good enough team to find a way to come back, the other question is whether or not they actually will be able to do that. You need better performances out of all the top guys. Suzuki, Toffoli, Caulfield, hey, sorry to say, but they didn't really look all too good today. Carey Price, while he was good, he needs to be better. He can't be allowing those fluky goals off of Ben Chiarot's glove. He can't be allowing those beautiful passing plays in front. I don't think you need to take the net away from Carey Price. I still think he's got what it takes to win a game or two, but this certainly wasn't his best game. So heading into Game 2, for the Canadiens, man, they gotta change up their entire strategy. It just wasn't working. For the Lightning, man, you guys are absolutely fantastic. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They deserve to be here as well. I just don't want to see anybody out there saying that the Canadiens don't deserve to be here too. Because, I mean, coming out of the West, the way that they did with the systems they were playing, I think they definitely deserve to be here. It's just one game isn't the be-all and end-all, so we'll see how exactly things go down. And I know it's low-hanging fruit, but it's easy to say, oh, in 1993 they lost Game 1, then they won 4 straight. And then you have the graphic that was on Sportsnet where the previous 3 Stanley Cup finalists that ended up losing all won Game 1. Dallas in Game 1 last year against Tampa Bay, they ended up losing the cup. In 2019, the Boston Bruins beat the Blues in Game 1. They ended up losing the cup. In 2018, you have the Vegas Golden Knights who beat the Capitals in Game 1. They ended up losing the cup. So how exactly does that go down in 2021? Well, we'll see as time goes on. But talk to me in the comments what you thought about this game. Again, impromptu video. I apologize for the informalities here, but the stream absolutely crapped out on us here today, and it wasn't done the way that I wanted it to. So this video is what you get. Talk to me in the comments what you thought about Game 1 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I hope you enjoyed this video. /Rolls99. Oh, one thing. Let's talk about Brendan Gallagher before we end things off here. Yeah, Gallagher is an absolute pest. We all know he is. He's always going out there trying to get under the opponent's skin. But just because he was going after Sergachev does not mean that he deserved to get his head shoved into the ice without a helmet. I'm not going to say that Sergachev was intending to do that. That's probably not the case here. He was probably just trying to mess around because, you know, it's a scrum. You're trying to get back at the guy. So just cross-check him a little bit, kind of shove him around, face-wash him a little bit. But I don't want to see anybody in the comments saying, oh, Gallagher, he deserved that, you know? He deserved to get bloodied by getting his head pulverized into the ice. Unintentional? Sure. A scrum that happens because it's a hockey play? Yeah, sure. But deserved? Nah, I don't think so. And so, yeah, talk to me in the comments what you think about that as well. We already said the outro, so I'll leave it with this. And bye.